The senator from West Virginia.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank all my colleagues and truly all my friends that are here and expressing their concerns, because I think we're all on the same side. I think every one of you all and every one of me and every one of everybody within the House and the Senate, we've got this disease in our states. We got them in our neighborhoods, in our backyards. This COVID-19 basically doesn't know whether you're a Democrat or Republican or an independent. And people are scared right now, and we have states now that are sheltering in place. My state just announced at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock today that they're going to shelter in place. And I have a very vulnerable population I'm concerned about. I have a very vulnerable healthcare system I'm very much concerned about, because if they're not able to provide the services that we're going to need and that we need now, then help us all. Then good Lord, help us all, because we will be in trouble then. And we're going to protect them. And that's what we're fighting for. I know they're talking about, well, why is the Democrat stopping just to get on the bill? If we just got on the bill, everything would be fine. How many times do we all understand how this process works? We usually have an agreement before we get on the bill if we want to pass something. If there's not an agreement, we make a political posturing. And that's what's happening. The political posturing is going on because they know that there's a difference. So where can the pressure be put? I've been here for 10 years and I've never seen the place work at all. So I appreciate those of you who can give me some historical values of how it used to work. I wish it did, because I always thought that basically when there was good faith, whether I agreed or not, you should have a chance to amend a bill, to change a bill, to do something to it. We don't get that chance here. So if we start moving before we have an agreement that there is going to be a conciliatory movement towards something, then we can make it happen. So where we are right now, let me just tell you, the $500 billion in that bill, I don't know whether it's 1.3 trillion or 2 trillion, but I know it's moving up rapidly. But 500 billion of it that we can basically kind of identify, this is where I've had some problems in what I understand. First of all, there's no strong language to prohibit the stock buybacks. I know they keep saying corporate bailouts, okay? Forget about the bailouts, but you tell me if this is not pretty favorable, slanted to one side. There's no strong language to prohibit stock buybacks. As written, the buyback limitation can be waived by Secretary Manchin. The Secretary Manchin can direct funds and loans to whom he sees as necessary with very, very little oversight. No restraints on taking assistance and firing employees at a later time, as employers only have to keep employees to the extent possible, which is in the language. These are the concerns. Bill allows a 6-month delay on releasing the names of businesses. Tell me why we would put a 6-month delay on basically releasing the names of businesses that take advantage and get this type of opportunity. Why shouldn't we be transparent? And there's only a 2-year prohibition in increasing executive compensation. We've seen what happens when it runs amok. Those are the concerns that we have. Those are the concerns that I have had. Now with that, let's look at the things we agree on. We agree on that we should be protecting the healthcare industry. We've agreed on $100 billion. We were way off of that. Finally, by not agreeing to move on to the bill, it's up to $75 billion. I think when we come out this afternoon, there will be $100 billion to take care of our hospitals, our rural, basically all of our healthcare system, so they can survive. Making sure that all of our healthcare providers are protected. These are the things we're talking about and the things that we've asked for. So when they start saying, oh, just get on the bill. Yeah, just get on the bill. And you know what happens? Nothing else happens, because then it's out of our jurisdiction, if you will, because we have a little chance to intervene. The rules are that basically the majority has the rule. They can rule. And that's exactly how it works. So we're trying to get a bill. Now, there was no need for us to take a vote today, as we're still working. I know the Secretary of Treasury is in there working. I know they're all sitting in there working on it. Why did we have the vote when we knew that we didn't have an agreement? But we're getting close to one. And if we get an agreement, I'll tell you, every Democrat will vote to suspend the rules and move. You will move immediately unless there's objections from my friends on the Republican side. That's what we're talking about. So please, let's quit blaming each other. People depending in my state on us taking care of healthcare workers, taking care of basically people that have been laid off and don't have a paycheck now, no fault of their own. Businesses have had to close, no fault of their own. Those are the people on the front lines right now. And I've got really people scared, sheltered in place right now, an elderly population. So the things that we have agreed on, I heard Senator Langford from from Oklahoma, that was speaking on the things that I agree 1,000% with him. And why can't we be on that? If we can't get anything else done in the things we don't, let's vote today on the things we agree on. Let's just move right now and take care of the health care, take care of COVID-19, take care of the healthcare industry and all the workers, take care of the people who have lost their jobs and the businesses. But we're worried about a $500 billion payout and with very little oversight and very little transparency. That's truly the problem in a nutshell. And all we're asking for is basically, shouldn't the people and shouldn't the taxpayers of this country understand where their money's going to and the people that are going to be able to use it have some type of transparency and some oversight to it? That's all we've asked for, and that's all I've asked for. About all these other things they're saying that's been thrown in, I am not for that. I am not for that, and I think you all know that. I am not for the Green Deal, and I think you all know that. I think there has to be an all-in energy policy approach. I think we all have to have common sense. And we've got to produce affordable, dependable, reliable energy and use everything you can. Renewables, using your fossil fuels in the cleanest possible way. All these things we've talked about. So who's throwing that stuff in, I have no idea. But I can guarantee I wouldn't vote for it. But what I will vote for is exactly what we should agree on, I think we do agree on. So let's come together as Americans, forget about the Republicans and Democrats, get this place working again. If we had the amendment process, I was totally opposed when Senator Reid basically kind of shut things down and we weren't able to have amendments. You all were too. And we were promised, no matter who takes over as leadership, by golly, the system's going to open up. And we're going to have amendments and we're going to have debates on the floor. Well, guess what? It got worse. It didn't get better. It got worse. So if you want to know why people basically are throwing everything but the kitchen sink onto a piece of legislation when they get a chance, because we get very little opportunities to do anything here. There's too much power in the two, basically, leaderships. This much power should not be in this few of people. All of us should be involved. And I believe that you're going to see, and I've said this, we all have that better angel inside of us. I hope you let her fly. I hope you let her fly today. She needs to get out and go a little bit right now. We need her. We need the better angels in all of us to start looking out and taking care of each other. There's a lot of people hurting, a lot of people in uncertainty right now. And I want to make sure that we fix it, and I'll stay here all day, all night, whatever it takes to make sure we get it fixed. So with that, I ask all my good friends, and I really mean that, my good friends, I ask you all, let's please work together for the sake of this great country. Thank you. I yield the floor.